Hi there, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, I fabricate stuff out of wood, metal, and I do maintenance and repair on the machinery which I use. And today I am going to make a table that is supposed to match with my patio deck chairs, okay? And I'll show you in a few minutes what the patio deck chair looks like, and I'll also show you a picture of what the table's going to look like, okay? So for those who haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe, and let's get on with it. So this is what the chair looks like. It's 18 off the ground, 26 3/8 to the armrest, and it has a formed seat. Now I'm going to show you a picture of the table which I'm about to make. This is the table. I'm not going to be putting that shelf in there, but I am going to be putting that shelf. And this looks like it's made out of maple. It looks like it's made out of maple. Okay. And this is the front view, and this is the 3D view, or the isometric view, and this is the dimension of the lumber. Now I'm not quite sure the size of the table. I think I'm going to use the armrest as a, well, from here to here, and I have around 22 inches. Now if I space two chairs apart by 22 inches, that's a lot. That seems like a lot to me. I think I'm going to go 20. 20 is plenty wide, and if I go 20 here, that's still decent. 20 by 20. So and 20 over here. My drafting's a little rusty. So if this is 20, the spacing from here to here, I'm going to go 18. I don't know why. I can visualize this in my head a lot faster than I can draw it. So if that's 18, this is going to be 16. Okay. And I know that this is 3. And this is 1 1/4. This is 1. So first I want to check. I don't want any splits in my lumber in the ends, so I'm going to take a cut. Let's see what's in here. Split right there. And not. Now, hope that's not an issue. I'm not making furniture, I'm making lawn furniture, so 26 should be good. Just checking to see if there's any rocks. Sometimes you set it on the ground and you impregnate rocks into the lumber. And planer knives don't like rocks. Don't know why. It's just the way it is. This sort of turned out okay because I have quarter sawn on two faces, on that side and that side, since the rings are going like this. So that's double quarter, and this one's close to double quarter, starting here and going there. So that's what you want for legs. So you need 2 boards. If this was end to end, it would be an 8-footer, so 2 boards and 1 2x4. That's what you need for the build. So everything is stepped, right? Here I went from 1 and it's supposed to be 2, but I went from 1 7/8 to 1 3/16. This is 1 inch. It's 1 1/4 wide, but everything's gonna have a step. So that way when I put a 1/4 round on it, I'm not gonna see any sharp corners, and I can hide my fillets within the width of the surface, right? So all the rest of the pieces are there. So I got both sides done, and I got my top, which is over there. These pieces are ready for fitting, and once I've done the fitting, I'm going to do a 1/4 fillet, or yeah, it's a 1/4 fillet on all, round off all the surfaces. Miter this first, fit them, and then do the 1/4 routing. And I'll probably go with a sender on top, but you don't have to do the bottom part because it's never gonna be visible, right? So so what's left is I gotta do some 1 inch thick stuff to do the bottom shelf. Okay. Okay, so I found a board. I'm going to use this. It's got some big knots, so I got to cut out the pieces I need out of it. So this has checking in it, but it's going to be I'm going to make it 19. I'm going to try to go beyond the cracks. Here, 19, or 38. I'm going to cut it there so that way I can process this piece of it. I have 18. I only have 15. Whoops, I'm missing one. But this is what I mean, like I'm losing time doing this thing, right? So if I was doing lawn furniture and I just wanted to make it quickly, so I wouldn't have to wait for drying, I would have to round off the corners and actually screw it into some kind of like cross braces underneath and actually screw it in. That's what I'm going to do with the top, right? But you pay for the screws, but yet you don't lose a day of gluing. So it's more advantageous to do it that way. And if a piece ever breaks, you can replace it just by unscrewing it and making another one. But if you have to take this apart and replace it, you still have to cut out the defect and glue it again, so you have to wait another 24 hours for gluing. Like, gluing has its place. Like if you're making furniture, well, even furniture, like if you're making a chair, you'll glue the seat, but you'll assemble it in a fashion which you can actually tighten it up if the legs loosen up or something. So it's still clamped together with screws, right? When you're gluing something, always like if you wiggle it left to right, your glue will have a chance to actually roll and make contact with every surface, because those beads, you want to smoosh them out, right? So they contact the whole piece. We'll call this ringing the boards together. If you were a machinist, you would ring gauge blocks together by rubbing them together and removing the air in between the blocks to make sure you have the tightest possible. And when you ring two blocks together and they're perfect, what happens is they actually, like, you swear you welded them together. You can't separate them unless you slide them apart. They call that ringing the blocks together. Gauge blocks, that is. Okay, so that board wants to lift up on me. Now let's lift it up a bit and see. I made it a little bit wider so I can sand out any defects. Okay, like I said, the morning after. So the height, okay, so I put a blanket so it wouldn't slip around. in one swoop in the, or what, yeah, 5 at a time. Okay, but I gotta make sure they're all the same length and they're perfectly squared. If I'm not mistaken, this piece is squared off. Some of these have rough cuts on the ends. Pinched so you know they're the same length. So I know these 5 pieces are all the same length. So as I poke some holes into these, okay, I'm going to have to chase it with a drill bit, but I'm going to set the depth to that drill bit. Should be okay. Now I'm going to poke some holes in this, on this side. So this is going to be the side of that table. Pretty nice, huh? Spacer. It even says spacer on it. jig is too long and I couldn't get in there with anything else but a screwdriver. So let's go get a screwdriver. Raising your feet. Down this side. I only have one that's really 1/4 of an inch, and that's what I want. Spacer, I'm talking about a spacer. So I'm just alternating it from side to side. I'm going to square up one side. Flip it over. And now I'm going to bring this over and scribe it. Okay, so I have piece that goes on the inside. I want it to go flush, or do I? I'm going to make it stop flush with this piece, so it'll be sitting here, so that way I'm continuing on with the 1/4 inch fillets. So I gotta set this flush here. So I'm just gonna mark it or scribe it. Here. side. Seems flush. So everything's adjustable now, right? Screws are easy to come out and put bigger ones if you need these. So, this is day 3. I thought that I wouldn't have to glue the top, but I did. But I'm not gluing the frame. Once again, the reason is, if this shrinks, it's not going to split. I just have to shrink the frame members. Charging. Sorry I couldn't take you along for the ride, but okay, so I want to on this side. Try to get the middle of this. The middle is 20, it's 10. There's the middle right there. Now, another sanding. Well, this is the end of another build. Thank you for watching, and for those who haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.